Today I'm going to be cleaning up all of the pruning that you saw me do and attempt to put that huge pile of matter on my tiny little burn ring. Let's go. I can't believe I thought this tiny little bucket would be big enough. That strange dinosaur hissing sound is the ducks. They are Muscovy ducks, so I believe they are a duck-goose hybrid. They do not quack, but they make little velociraptor sounds. This is my parents' dog, Boomer, and he loves winter to death. They are best friends since they were puppies. Thanks for peeing on the fire, Boomer. Come on, Boomer, that too? Ugh, boy dogs. Hi, Boomer. Oh, Winter! Oh no! Oh no! Are you okay? Dog owner hell when you accidentally hurt your dog. I kind of bonked her in the forehead with the pitchfork. She was okay, no marks or anything. I don't even think she noticed. I felt heartbroken though. Prickles. Ow. Prickles. I would love to be able... Duck just hit the camera. I would love to be able to just dawdle and pick up sticks and cut them into nice lengths to go into my bucket and take my time and do it perfectly. But I have to get this all done before the fire bans start. And you never know when the fire ban is going to turn on. You never know when the government is going to enact a fire ban. And so I have to get this pond edge pruned, raked, and burnt all before they announce a fire ban. And that huge pile was only like 10% of the pond edge. So I'm gonna be burning that 10 times. It's a lot of work, but it keeps the ducks safer. If they have a clear line of sight, they know there's no minks or martins hiding on the edge to grab them. We've lost three or four chickens already this year and one duck so far, and it's only March. So protecting the ducks is basically my plan, and having a nice edge that you can see all the way to the end, because right now the part of the pond, the inflow part of the pond it looks about 4 feet wide, and it's actually probably about 10 feet wide. There's just so much, ducks, you're so loud. There's just so much bushes and grass and everything leaning over the edge that it makes it look so much narrower. And it has been opened and beautifully trimmed in the past, and I've actually been able to kayak in there, which was pretty fun. But the last few years, I just let it get away from me, and I'm paying for that now. It's so much easier to just weed eat or strim, or whatever you want to call it, the new growth off of the stalks that I'm cutting. Like if a nice fresh green little bit comes up, my weed eater can handle it no problem. But if you let it go for a couple of years, that nice soft green little shoot becomes a 2-inch hard wooden branch that my weed eater can't handle. So I made this mess, and now I'm gonna clean it up. You may have noticed that I filmed my first 1.5 videos in portrait mode. My apologies. I'm still learning how to do all this. And hi, Otis! Hey, buddy! Hello! You want to say hi to all the people? Hello! This is Otis. But I have since fixed that. You are now in landscape mode, as you can see, and I will remember to do that from now on.
Another really important reason for clearing the pond edge and burning all this stuff is wildfire prevention. Because if a fire were to start, it would just take over. So by removing it and burning it myself, I'm making the property safer. I chose to light the fire on a day when there was absolutely no wind so that the sparks would go straight up and not land on anything.
Well, this is what's left of that huge fire. Hello, duck. And I'm going to be filling it again and lighting it again because I have a lot more work to do. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to continue to work on that pond edge. You will all be happy that I caved and bought some work gloves. Hello everyone, I'm back at trying to clean up the pond edge. My parents came over last night to look at the progress and they were very pleased. My mom was especially excited that I have revealed those 2 blueberry plants that have been lost to the grass for years. Hopefully the ducks are mating in the water. Not safe. Girl ducks sometimes can get drowned. Not good. Hopefully in the next few weeks, this orchard will look more like an orchard with nice lawn and individual plants and trees, and it'll be nice and walkable. We have so many blueberry bushes that people come here and pick, but it's hard to do that when there's prickles and 8-foot tall grass and everything. So I'm gonna try to clean up this orchard and get it nice and pristine over the next few months. Blueberries are pickable at the end of the summer, usually end of July, mid-August. So I have a long time to do this, but that's good because I don't do it every day. I'm just kind of picking away at it. I got some new tools from the dollar store to help. That's for the grass. It's kind of cool that it has a rotational head. I might be moving a bit slower than the last video because I've decided, instead of taking the bushes out whole and then making them way too big for my burn ring, I'm going to be cutting them into appropriately sized sections so that they'll actually fit inside the burn ring instead of spilling out over the edges. Because when I burn the clippings, the middle part burns and then the edges just fall off onto the lawn, and then I have to sit there and pick them up and put them back in for the whole length of the fire. I don't want to do that, so I might be moving a bit slower, but hopefully these new tools will help speed up that process. It's kind of overwhelming. Okay, I'm gonna put my headphones on, I'm gonna listen to my audiobook, and I will see you after an undetermined amount of time. Thanks for watching.
It occurred to me that many of you might not know what a salmonberry is. They can be found growing all along the Pacific Northwest, and most people walk right past them. Meet the salmonberry. In fact, their name comes from the fact that they often ripen right around the same time that salmon return to spawn. Bright, glowing, and ranging in color from golden yellow to deep orange red. These berries look almost too magical to be real, but they're very real and totally edible. Salmon berries grow in damp forests, along trails, and near streams. If you're hiking in a coastal region, chances are you've brushed past a few without even noticing. Their taste? Light, mildly sweet, sometimes a little tart, not as bold as a raspberry, but refreshing, like a quiet hint of summer. And they're not just a snack for humans. Birds, bears, and other wildlife depend on salmon berries as a seasonal food source. For the indigenous communities of the Pacific Northwest, salmon berries have been an important traditional food for generations, eaten fresh or paired with fish. It's a plant with deep roots, literally and culturally. Here I am taking my first bucket full to my burn ring, and I found this stump here and it's too high for my lawnmower, so when this area is cleared I wanted it to be very visible. I wrapped it in this brightly colored rope as a reminder to not mow over it, and hopefully I'm going to bring my chainsaw over here and cut it down at the dirt level.
Here's the orchard that I've been working in. You can now see the water's edge all the way to there. When I first started this, that is what it looked like all the way to here. This was completely inaccessible. It all looked like that, all the way to here. So I've done, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meters of pond edge. That's what I did today. I cleared all of that today. Before, these two blueberry bushes that Winter's next to were completely overgrown. They looked exactly like that. All of that went all the way through my internet tower, all the way to my bench. So I've done all of this by hand. I wish I could just mow it, but amongst the super easy to pull out grass is these salmonberry bushes that are just wild seeded. This whole area is filled with salmonberry bushes, and so it would just kill my mower. You can see how many there are. There's so many. And they have a really deep root. And so you can't just weed eat or mow them easily. Do you like the cleared space, Winter? I know the ducks like it too. Now the plan is to continue from my bench, these 7 meters that I've done, all the way to that bamboo patch, which is probably another 20 meters or so. Holy crap.
Free range
Only
chickens.
in.
Yeah. Here's our free range chickens.
Fowl fire farm. Friendly fowl fire farm.
I was.
There's a good girl, Winter.
Hi, I'm Haley. Winter, come here. Oh. And this is Winter. I'm doing my best to be a shepherd to the land, take care of it, not change it too much, while also growing blueberries and raising ducks and chickens and just living out my life. I do have big plans for the property, but until I have the means to accomplish those plans, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I hope you join me on my journey. Thanks. traditional territory of the Kwakwaka'wakw people. Today, we own about 3% of that property. I'm